Hello guys and welcome to WrestleMania 33. We're just a few hours away now and these are my predictions for the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and all that good stuff. All the information about me is down below at Dan3HitU. Tweet me on Twitter, drop me a message down below and we'll interact when the pay-per-view is on. Moving on to the first show. It is the pre-show. I normally don't do pre-shows, so we've got Neville, the current Cruiserweight Champion, versus Austin Aries, and I've got Neville reclaiming and defending his belt because it's on the pre-show. If it was on the main show, I would have something different. It's not, so I've got Neville winning this one. Moving on to the Battle Royal, Andre the Giant, obviously. The winner, as you can see in the green text, with the nice little render over there, is Braun Strowman. I don't see any other person that is potentially going to win this. Hopefully it's a massive, dominant display from Strowman. The only concern I have for this is two things. One, it's on the pre-show, and I don't think Vince wants Braun Strowman on the pre-show. Number two, if it's just on the pre-show and it's not on the main roster, the main show, sorry, Strowman I think will reappear later on in the show. Don't know when, don't know how, but it makes sense that he would appear on the main show because it's Vince's larger-than-life character person, isn't it? Moving on to the first show, the first match, what I think will kick off the main show. We've got challengers Enzo and Cass and Sheamus and Cesaro, either side of obviously the current champions Anderson and Gallows, and I have Anderson and Gallows reclaiming their belt because I think the obvious choice is Enzo and Cass. Don't see him winning because it seems too obvious that they're obviously going to do that, so I'm going to go with Anderson and Gallows because I think they would get more of a heel rub off if they was to push Enzo and Cass off the ladder obviously at the end of the match when obviously it looks like they're going to win. Moving on to the Women's Smackdown Live Championship. Sorry about the overlay for the winner. It's supposed to be on Naomi, but if I make the text smaller, it just looks stupid. So obviously we've got Naomi there, mainly because she came back last week on Smackdown. It was very stupid for her to, well, not her, creative to bring her back and then to lose at her hometown. It seems odd if anyone else was to win other than Alexa. So I'm going to go with Naomi because she's just come back. Moving on to Nikki and Cena versus Miz and Maurice. Personally, obviously, I want the people above me, Miz and Maurice, to win this match because the Miz deserves more than what he's currently getting at the minute. He deserves a main event slot, to be honest. He's carried SmackDown along with AJ Styles. But I have John and Nikki winning because it's John and it's WrestleMania, I'm afraid. Moving on to the Intercontinental Championship match between Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. I got Corbin winning this because I feel like he needs it more than Ambrose. As much as Ambrose he's just very stale. He's over. He's not as over as he could be, but I just feel that putting a belt on Corbin is the right time, and I think he could potentially take it someplace. A match what I'm really not looking forward to at all because it's just going to end up in one big spot where Shane dives or does something and it's stupid and he hopefully loses to AJ Styles. AJ Styles deserves a better place on the show than this. People like Shane McMahon, no disrespect to him, should not be participating at the event. Yes, as much as it's a McMahon, it doesn't matter. Just stay off the show. Leave it to the current in-ring full-time talent. Shock of the night, Roman Reigns wins because it's Roman Reigns. My theory behind this is the streak isn't there to be broken, so it doesn't matter if Taker loses anymore. And number two, next year is in New Orleans where the streak was broken, so I think the two people that beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, which would be Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, they will face each other at the stadium that the streak was originally broken to see obviously who is the better one, which obviously Reigns will win next year. So I'm going to go Reigns to win this one. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. This should be for the Universal title, but it's not, so it's for the US title. And I've got Jericho winning because I think over the last few years, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Raw following Mania, there is always like a rematch or something for a belt match, and the other person always tends to win. So I've got Kevin Owens to win the US title tomorrow on Raw, but I've got obviously Jericho to reclaim it tonight. Maybe Jericho wins and then Owens just goes a bit mental and hurts him, setting up a match for tomorrow night on Raw, which Owens eventually wins. Moving on to the Raw Women's Championship, we've got Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha and Nia Jax. I think the obvious choice and the most way to get someone over would be Bayley to defend the belt. Sasha will be at the end. She will hug Bayley and then backstab her and start the heel turn for Sasha Banks. I think that's where the money is. Bayley as face, Sasha as the heel, put them together, magic. Moving on to another match, which I personally obviously want Seth Rollins to win, but I have a feel Samoa Joe is not on the card. Rumour of Balor, everything like that, but most importantly, Samoa Joe is not on the card. It's a non-sanctioned match, which means it's no DQ. There is no outcome I can think of where Rollins can win unless he gets help from someone, and I can see Triple H getting help from Samoa Joe, maybe even Kevin Owens. And personally, I think Finn Balor's going to come back and help Triple H. I'm going the opposite way to what everyone else is thinking. So I'm going Triple H to win. And then their main match will be at SummerSlam in a proper match. A proper actual singles match. I think Rollins will then go over there. I don't think it matters if Rollins wins now because he's not 100%. So if Rollins was to lose this, he can still come out looking really strong, build for the match at SummerSlam, and then move on from there. Personally, I want Bray Wyatt to win this match, but I don't see it happening. I think WWE will go with a marketable RKO out of nowhere, so I can see this happening. But also, Luke Harper is not on the card, so I can see Luke Harper coming out, possibly getting involved. But either way, I want Bray Wyatt to win because it's about time he won a proper pay-per-view and not like a throwaway gimmick match like Elimination Chamber. I want Bray to win so bad, but I just feel Randy Orton is the marketable guy, and that's what they'll do. Moving on to the main event, which I think will run for about 11 minutes. I don't think it'll be a squash match. We've got Goldberg, the Universal Champion, versus Brock Lesnar. Both part-timers, but Brock is actually there more. Personally, I've never overly been a fan. I've admired what Goldberg could do in the ring now, previously, but he can't do anything now. I think what we will see is, long story short, Goldberg will hit his spear, will hit his jackhammer, Lesnar will kick out, Lesnar will hit an F5, Goldberg will kick out of that, and I personally think the move that will end it all is a jackhammer by Brock to beat Goldberg. So there you have all my predictions. I've got Brock Lesnar to win this, and I think the match that will close the show will be Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg for the Universal title. I believe that could be the ending, and I possibly even think Braun Strowman could come out at the end of this match or on Raw, say that he's still not happy with all the lack of competition, and he will then insert himself into that main event picture, and boom, shit will hit the fan. So thank you all for watching. Sorry about the scuff mic. Thank you all for watching once again. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends. Watch the pay-per-view tonight, and I'll see you all later. Get in touch with me tonight at Dan3HU. See you all soon.